Ephesians 1:19 through 20 says, I also pray that you will understand the incredible greatness of God's power for us who believe Him. This is the same mighty power that raised Christ from the dead and seated Him in the place of honor at God's right hand in the heavenly realms. And today, I am just so grateful to and for everything God has done for me in my life. I'm grateful for life, health, strength. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my children. Um, I'm just grateful, and grateful for the trials, the tests, the tribulations, just every single thing, you know. This particular verse, um, it's funny that I I reading this, but in my mind I could hear, the song "The Goodness of God." I could hear that inside, like just singing in the back of my head because I really love that song. That's one of my favorite. Um, it's one of my favorite songs right now. Well, not really right now, but for a while. But it's just because the words, um, where she says, from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God because, all day, every day, there's so many things that we may not notice that God does, but He does do. You know how many times you probably just was walking down the street or in your car and there was a car, two cars behind. You didn't even see that car coming. And he diverted from hitting somebody else who may have hit you, or somebody had a thought to do something to you, and all of a sudden, their mind got changed because you was just in their presence, or it's just so many ways that God acts. God isn't He isn't a one way God. He doesn't just do things one way or the way that we expect him to do it. Like it's just so many things that he does that the only thing us as believers could do is just bask in his glory, bask in his goodness. Because we know within ourselves there's just so much that he has going on at the same time that only the mighty God that we serve could accomplish it. And today is Wednesday, and I just I just know that God is good, and I know that God is great. Guys, I today is the first time that my company is gonna be in, like, part of a big conference. And I'm glad Precious is there because like Precious, I jelly, yeah, Indira, everyone could attest to this. I could remember, and this isn't long ago, and this is why this is why my faith is so strong, because I feel like I know in my life, like I'm a living testimony. Like 3 years ago, I was at a job that I hated. I had gone through a hurricane. I had gone through COVID. I had gone through like so much in my life that I could remember, like me sitting here right now. I could remember, like literally, I could remember, I could remember sitting in my room in my little apartment, which I was used to struggle sometimes to find my rent, and just crying out to God and praying and just telling him like, man, change this, fix this, you know. But at the same time, saying that I ain't giving up. I can still wake up every morning. I can still praise you. But man, listen, fix this for me, man. Help. You know? SOS. I was sending up more SOS and prayers. Trust me, on. My knees was tired from praying. And just yesterday, to be able to see like this company that me and my wife built have this big presence or whatever. It might not be that big to all the other bigger players there, but it's a big presence to me, you know? And to see us like have tables next to like, the Bahamas Development Bank and the head of this and the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and like all of these people, like I just stood back and I wasn't proud of myself. I was just grateful to God. That's all it was. I just was like, God, you are just so good. Because I know the same me. Ain't no way in the world this was me. No way. This was all you, and I give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. So, my message today is just to don't put no ceilings on God. Don't put no limits on Him, and be bold in your prayers. Like when I say bold, be so bold and you tell God, listen, man, I need help. But no, I don't just want help. This way I want to go with this help. Take me to the moon. Take me here. God, you are Lord. Direct my steps and carry me on this journey. I'm ready to go. This is what I want to do. And you'll just be shocked because sometimes we just put limits on ourselves, but that God see way past that. I used to pray for a better job. God give me now 15 employees. You understand? And now I's the person who ensuring that these people don't ask for a better job because I try my best to be the best boss that I could be to them. You know, like so be bold in your prayers. You know what I mean? And in no kind of way, like this is me being bragging about anything or whatever. Only thing I bragging about right now is the goodness of God, the goodness of God. And He is faithful and He's just and He will not leave you guys astray. Just remember that there's a testimony out there. And if you don't feel you have your testimony yet, just know that God have one right there waiting in His pocket to give you. You just need to give Him a chance to do it. And Terry, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for all the prayers. And I relinquish my life.